Welcome back to Out of the Rough. I'm Fred Arnold. I'm joined by my good friend Louis Esbin. Louis Esbin is with the law offices of Louis J. Esbin. And you're a certified specialist in bankruptcy.
I am.
But you also love to do business and financial consulting, business and financial lawyer.
I do. I like to say that I counsel my clients on how not to fail. So I take 28 years being a business and financial lawyer who understands restructuring companies and reinventing people. I take all of that experience and I then counsel people on how to get through the financial difficulties, but importantly today, how when they want to strike out on their own, how to build a business that does not fail.
Now, or how to build a business that succeeds. We're finding a lot of 50 and 60-year-olds unemployed or underemployed, aren't we?
It's a very interesting time because as the employment market has changed, okay, they like to say that we are in a recovery that has no employment to it. And so what I'm finding is that people who are coming into my office, they're in a certain age group where they find themselves going for a job interview in their industry and being told that they are overqualified, which is another way of saying, you're too old. And so what they have to then do is try to figure out how to reinvent themselves. And they're winding up being consultants to the industries that have let them go. And so they have to learn how to be now entrepreneurial and to be self-employed and to run a business. And so what I'm seeing is that in this about 15-year age group, people are figuring out a way to be entrepreneurial, starting up new businesses, and getting out there and doing things that are building the economy from a broader foundation.
Build your own job. You know, we're all entrepreneurs in this world. If you don't believe that, then you're stagnant in wherever you work, in my opinion.
Sure.
I talked at the Traveling Vietnam Wall about dreaming big. And it doesn't matter what age you are. You could dream big at 40, 50, 60, 20. You could dream
Sure.
big as a child. And that's what you're getting people to do.
I am, and the more important thing is that in this age group, these people feel that they're stuck, that there's a generation that are under a safety net because their Social Security, their Medicare, and then there's a younger generation that are still relying upon their parents, and this same generation is sandwiched against their parents, and they have to figure out a way to reinvent themselves, and that's what's so exciting that's going on today.
Yeah. Bankruptcy, I know you do a little bit of that.
I do a lot
but
of that.
Has it slowed down since we last met a couple years ago?
Well, you know, there was a huge run-up. It's kind of like the cash for keys thing that the government did in 2008, 2009. If people, cash for clunkers, okay? If people didn't exactly need a card, they went out and get one. And so with the run-up in bankruptcies, there was an absolute run-up. And it's settled down. I mean, bankruptcy filings, according to the court website, are down about 40%. And so what we're seeing now is what would be a normal rate of bankruptcy filings. They're a lot more complicated. Okay, so just like
because the rules changed.
No, it's not because the rules.
No,
changed.
was it? No. Why is it more complicated?
Well, the rules changed back. The code changed back in 2005. I wrote a book with a couple of the lawyers on how to practice under that code. So I didn't find that change in the code changed the way I practiced. They're more complicated because the circumstances are more complicated. People have more properties. They have tax issues. They're dealing with retirement. The issues that are coming into bankruptcy cases are far more complicated than they ever were before, which requires a certified specialist like myself.
A different level of expertise.
A certain level of expertise. So
I'll tell you what, if I'm going to get my teeth pulled, I'm going to go to a specialist. If I'm going to have my heart worked on, I'm going to go to a specialist. If I'm going to have a bankruptcy or a financial challenge, I want to go to the expert that's in that business.
Yeah, there's only 135 of us in the state. So there's about 290,000 licensed lawyers. There's only 135 certified bankruptcy specialists in the state. And I really do that for my clients. I am a contributing author to a book on mortgages and deeds of trust, which is down your line.
I always call you when I got a problem.
I
and
appreciate that.
Yeah.
And that just really helps my clients, I belong to what they call the Bankruptcy in a Court. So we have one next week, and that is an international organization where we get together with judges, trustees, lawyers, and we bring civility and we maintain civility in the practice, which is so often lacking. So by sitting down and having dinner with your opposing counsel, you get to know that person on a very personal level. And then when you go to the court, you're able to resolve things.
It's about building relationships.
It is.
Almost out of time. How can they reach you? I know how to reach you. How can those that want to reach out to you get you?
Two ways to reach me. My website is esbinlaw.com.
Go ahead.
ESBINLAW.com. They can reach me at my office is 661-254-5050. You can Google me. I show up all the time.
Yeah.
I'll
Your
probably show up
shows
under
up,
this,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'm reachable.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much.
It's always good to have you in. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of Out of the Rough. If you'd like to watch this online, go to scvtv.com or fredarnold.com. If you have any questions or want to suggest some great guests like Lou, email me, fred@fredarnold.com. I hope this information helps get you out of the rough and into success. Until we speak again, make it a great day. Bye-bye.